This is CBC Winnipeg News.
Good evening. I'm Emily Brass. Thanks for joining us. Well, you may have noticed more people getting sick these days. Viruses are hitting children especially hard, and more of them are staying home from school. CBC's Holly Carrick has more.
Teachers are noticing a lot more empty desks in their classrooms lately. Many Winnipeg schools are reporting higher than normal absentee rates.
0% surprised, like 0%. COVID is still an issue. RSV is showing up for kids, and so is the flu.
Schools normally see an influx of sick kids as cold and flu season hits, but this year it's much higher. The Winnipeg School Division says about 1 in 5 students have been away on any given day this month. In the Louis Riel School Division, it's slightly less, with about 18% of students missing from classes. That's more than double their pre-pandemic average for the same time of year.
It's really tricky to keep the momentum of learning going when there's this many kids away and away for multiple days at a time. Kids that are coming to school and then if getting sick throughout the day and having to go home.
Nicholas Kelly is the principal at Darwin School. He says teachers in the kindergarten to grade 8 school are also affected, either having to stay home sick themselves or with a sick child, and substitutes aren't always available.
Then everyone needs to come together and work harder to get through the day, and that's draining at a busy time of year.
Kelly says so far families at his school are doing what they can. He's noticed more mask use among staff and students, and hand washing and cleaning protocols are still in place.
Families are picking kids up daily to take them to get flu shots, to get their boosters. So people are doing what needs to be done. We're just not out of the woods.
Some parents say they'd like to see more done by public health.
I would like to see like flu shots available and like flu clinics and things like that in the schools.
I'm definitely not opposed to wearing masks in schools and everywhere, really. I mean, it's kept us sick-free for a few years, so I don't see why we wouldn't continue with that.
School staff say a higher number of absences may also come down to more families following public health recommendations, keeping sick kids home. Holly Carrick, CBC News, Winnipeg.
Some Winnipeggers met downtown tonight for a vigil to remember victims of the terrifying shootings at Club Q in Colorado. The vigil was held outside Club 200, one of the longest-running gay bars in Canada. Organizers from the Rainbow Resource Centre say it's important the LGBTQ2+ community has a chance to come together and grieve.
It's incredibly scary. It makes everybody think twice. We want to believe that every space is safe and inclusive, but that is not the case. This is a reminder that we have to remain vigilant and that we have to continue to not be complacent.
5 people were killed last weekend in Colorado Springs after a gunman opened fire in the nightclub. Well, new details have come to light in the case of a man accused of killing his parents a year ago, then stabbing an employee at Seven Oaks Hospital. The newly unsealed court documents show Trevor Farley tried to get help the night before the attacks. He ended up at the Crisis Response Center near Winnipeg's Health Sciences Center. A doctor wrote Farley was experiencing delusions and intense thoughts of suicide, but just hours later, he walked out the front door. Police say staff tried to stop him, but couldn't. They did notify 911. A new partnership is trying to preserve Manitoba fisheries. Fish Forward is aimed at safeguarding fisheries for future generations. It also encourages restaurants to serve local fish from sustainable sources. The Cedar Lake Walleye and Northern Pike fisheries in Chimawawan Cree Nation were eco-certified this month.
You sell more fish, yeah. More. We could sell the fillets too now. We have a company that does the filleting now. Sell our own fish. Now, maybe I gain about a quarter what I've been getting.
Officials hope to convince more fisheries in rural and northern Manitoba to join. Well, Selkirk may be a small city, but it celebrates the holiday season in a big way. This year, Selkirk's Holiday Alley activities include a chance for students to learn from Indigenous knowledge keepers. CBC's Kevin Nipatebo visited Selkirk to learn more.
This piece that we're running today is really, really important to us because about 33% of us in Selkirk identify as Indigenous, and we love to dig deep into our Indigenous roots. They get to learn about the drum and the different parts of the drum. They also get to learn a song, a simple song to go with the drum, and we do the song 3 times. We do 3 changes with that drum. So I'm really happy that we get to share this workshop with the students this year.
Tobacco tie together, okay? So
I'm doing tobacco tie teachings, and it's kind of like to start this whole journey off in a really good way. When we tie those tobacco ties, we think about, you know, the good spirit and intention of what we're doing. We think about those good thoughts and good energies, putting in that, you know, speaking to the tobacco, the sema, which is sacred, one of our first sacred plants that are given to us by Creator. So we're starting it off in a good way, and then we're ending it in a good way. So that's really significant. So I would invite anybody to come out and join us on Saturday and Sunday.
The city's residential street clearing is going faster than expected. Officials say the balmy weather is helping. Winnipeggers may notice equipment arriving in their zone early. Crews will only clear the parking lanes if they get there ahead of schedule. Vehicles that are parked in a zone with a ban could be ticketed and towed. Well, here's a look at the beautiful holiday lights of downtown Winnipeg. That mild weather could stick around a few more days, but snow and colder temperatures are on the horizon. Our CBC weather specialist Riley Laychuk brings us the forecast after the break.
This weather update is brought to you by Capital Ford Lincoln. 22 model clear-out is on now.
Welcome back. Well, let's take a look at our temperatures as we head into your Friday. We're going to see winds picking up again as we get into the day. Waking up to -4 in Winnipeg, -4 in Brandon, and a little bit warmer into parts of northern Manitoba. We'll see the sunshine out again in the southern part of the province. Afternoon temperatures at 2 degrees in Winnipeg, up to 5 in that southwest corner of the province, and some snow moving into northern Manitoba through the day tomorrow and into Saturday. You can see this band of precipitation here moving along the Hudson Bay coast. Areas like Churchill, Shamattawa, Gillam picking up some snow through the day on Friday, lingering into Saturday morning. In southern Manitoba, this is a mix of sun and cloud through the day tomorrow. Another pleasant day on tap, albeit maybe a bit breezy through the afternoon. Winds gusting up to 50, even 60 in some cases through the afternoon. So here's some precipitation moving through on Saturday as well, and we're looking like we're going to see some more precipitation heading into the province come Monday as well. So generally 2 to 5 centimeters along the Hudson Bay coast. Could pick up a little more in the extreme northwestern part of Manitoba. Your 7-day forecast looks like this: -2 on Sunday with increasing clouds, and we start to see some snow moving in. We could see temperatures cooling off to the middle of next week.
Thank you, Riley. Well, sounds like a good weekend in store. That was your CBC Winnipeg Late Night News. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 and 11. Have a good night.